I'm kind of the last one that was here when Roger and two other principals have gone, retired, or left, or come back, or whatever the case may be. We can all remember 7 years when we thought everybody should leave, but we're back and we're doing really good about it. So I'm here to talk about Roger and Patrick and Susan. Okay? So I'm not giving you the microphone, and I don't have the Craig Louse thing. Okay? I don't know if you guys know about Craig, but he's a big production guy, right? But he's old, he's retired, he's somewhere in the desert, that's all we know.
He's in the mountains right now.
He's in the mountains.
Yeah.
And we don't really know. We get really weird gifts from it. You know what those are, right? Those are those little things on your phone. Okay? And he sends them to Terry and I all the time, and they're mostly inappropriate. If you know Craig, that's perfect, right? So, I'm here to talk about Roger and Susan and Patrick, and I'll keep it short, and then, unlike Craig, I know what technology looks like, and I know how to use it, so I'm going to end with a video that Sean and the kids and everybody are trying to help put together. So, first off is Roger, and I'm not going to make him come up here, okay?
Why not?
Well, because I don't want to make him get up. He's got 2 new knees. All right, so I don't know if you know this about Roger, but he's got 1 volume. Okay? And that's what we like about him. And the other thing we like about Roger is that he has a lot of stories. And they all come from Hefner. Okay?
No, they don't.
So, here's the thing. And I did some of this, Roger. I took some notes, okay, because I wanted to everybody get the sense of what my life has been like with Roger for 15 years. And it's all good, right? It is all good.
You should try 40 years.
Okay. Sorry, Joe. They should not. All right, so let me share some stories. About Roger. Okay, so when I started in Montesano 16 years ago, I would run into Roger in the Commons, and he was always making the rounds. Okay, so I come out and supervise kids every day. He's out there. He's always making the rounds, and recently, in the last 5 years, it's been to walk on his 2 good knees, which, congratulations, Roger, retiring with 2 good knees. Good job. So, on these rounds, consistently, he would stop to chat. And always have a story. And almost every time that the story got going, he would share with me a story about Hefner. So me, being a young guy from big city in Silverdale, Hefner, that must be like huge, right? Huge. So I'm thinking, okay, it's like the metropolis. It's maybe, because he said that's where I started, I was in Hefner, Oregon, blah, blah, blah. It's Hefner. And he would, and now raise your hand if you've heard of this. I had a wrestler in Hefner. All right? So all the stories told around wrestlers in Hefner. So I've done some research on it.
Hefner's
and I want
never had
to
a
share
wrestler.
that research with you. I actually looked it up. I've been to their website. They have one. Okay? And I want to tell you, I want everybody to know how big Hefner is. Okay? Roger came to us in 1989. Okay? He spent the first 8 years of his life teaching from 1981 to 1989 in Hefner. He was a Hefner Mustang. By the way, you're going to see a picture of him later. The librarian in Hefner still remembers him because when I called to get the yearbook that they sent me with the picture, they go, "Oh, tell Roger I said hi."
Ginger Bowman.
All right. All right. So here we go. If you live there, you live 50 miles south of the coast. Now this is right from their website. Roger is quoted. Okay. You live 50 miles south of the Columbia River, snuggled against the foothills of the Blue Mountains in northeastern Oregon. You with me so far? Okay. Highway 74 It's also called the Blue Mountain Scenic Byway. It winds from I-84 through Lone.
Ione.
Sorry. Ione, Lexington, and Hefner. Okay? Don't blink, you'll miss them. Rolling hills rise to meet the mountains on the east and wonderful views of the canyons. How's that? How'd I do, Roger?
Very good.
Okay, so I thought, since Hefner was so big, and it was this major metropolis, because you've always talked about it, sort of like a mystical anything, right? So it could be, I thought of G-Tail's Brigadoon, but it could be like Harry Potter, you know, it could be that, it could be something from Game of Thrones, you know, but here's a little comparison, okay? They're both the county seats. Montesano is the county seat, and Hefner is the county seat of Morrow County. We compare in size, 3,000 kids to about 1,400 kids is the size of Hefner. So, and this is the serious side. I'm going to keep it together for you, Roger. But I guess it's easy to see why Roger would change from one little paradise to another, right? Because they're comparable. And obviously, by all you folks here, Roger has made this just as much as home as he did Hefner. And people remember him there, just like we're going to remember him here. But, like I said, the librarian was so excited that you might remember her. It was just classic. Roger, I don't seldom see a former student that doesn't ask me, oh, is Mr. Recker still there? He was the best teacher ever. And that never really came true for me. Then this week when we had 3 former students come in and want to get a hall pass, and yes, if I know them, and it's getting to the point where I've known a lot of them, I'll let them in, even though it's all about safety and security, right? I let them in. Well, they brought in a cake. And it's 3 former kids that brought Roger a cake. So you really get a sense of how former students feel about Roger, which I just think is awesome. So, Roger, I just want to say thanks for all your hard work over the years. I'm sure we're going to miss your willingness to jump in and help whenever needed, wherever needed. I've asked you over the last couple of years to do some things, and you go, well, I've never done robotics, but it sounds like fun. I guess I could do that. You know, we got you to do some eBay stuff. I know you didn't really want to do that. Real stretch, but you really found it in your heart to help us out. I really appreciate that. I still got a lot of stuff back that I'm trying to get rid of that you thought would really be good. It would sell. We can mark it out, but nonetheless. So you were always helping. You've helped at the wrestling matches. We love that. You take a challenging kid when Tammy or I or Pat, somebody would need it. You'd say, I can take him. I can work with him, and you've always been able to do that. And I always will appreciate that about you. So, Joan, I'm sorry. You've had it for 40, now it's yours always. Okay? I know you guys just bought a travel trailer. I hope you've got a connection to it, because Roger's probably going to have something on the back that you can put stuff in the garage sale and all those kind of things, right? So, Roger, everybody here and the whole family, Montesano, wishes you the best. Thank you so much for all your dedication to Montesano. Thank you. I'll come to you. You don't come to me. Okay? Wow. You want to say anything?
I just like.
Roger, can't hear you.
See why I'm retiring, folks. I want to thank the Montesano community. I am especially pleased to see Bruce Hooper and Virginia Nelson here. If Rick Bergholz would have been here, it would have completed my 3 sons' 3 favorite teachers from Montesano. And I've said it many times, the best thing about Montesano for me has been the opportunities it created for my children, which Hefner would not have.
Congratulations. Thanks, Roger. Thank you. So I have two stories for you for Susan. And the first of them, I know Susan remembers this, and I know Terry remembers this. So when I came to Montesano, Terry was gracious enough to hire me. God, I don't know why. He was gracious enough to hire me. And in my first year, when I came, okay, so I got a little backstory. We have an anomaly, right? So we have the junior school, and one of the hiccups in the junior school high school is we have to find something for our junior high kids to do fifth period, okay? And we have done so many things over the years that you would not believe the things that we've done. Terry was creative. Tammy and I have been creative. In the last several years, we've kind of focused on CTE, which Stephanie really appreciates, and so we got shop, we have all these things. Well, when I came to Montesano, Mary Fran Lewis, that was her first year. You took a quarter of French, okay? And everybody took a quarter of choir. Everybody.
They loved it.
So, when I first came, the first year I was here, we had a group of boys that were
Chad Martin.
all right, and I can think of others, right, that would take choir, and their goal in life was not to sing. Okay, so Susan would graciously get them in there, and we'd work with them, and she would work with them, and she would work with them, and then finally, about mid-quarter, which was traditional, right, about mid-quarter, she said, "I've had it! You've got to put them anywhere but in my class." And me being the young administrator, what I would say is, "Susan, we can work with this, right? We can work with this." And she would say to me, she would say, "Fine, then you take it." And Susan, can you remember some of those people? Do you remember? It's all locked out. Right? Susan, you've always taken those kids, and you've always done those things, right? Okay, here's my second story, and this is a personal story. We were talking to our daughter Jordan tonight, because we said, okay, we have a story, and we're gonna use you in the story. So, if you've ever been a parent, you know that your kids always want to do everything that they can, and we want them to do those things as parents, right? That's what we want, okay? So, we used to live in Central Park. We moved to Montesano. Our kids started going to Montesano schools. They get the after-school program. A year goes by. So we had two daughters, Carly and Jordan. And Jordan has always done everything. She wanted to be involved in everything she's ever done. First, I want to do it. I don't care. Let's do it. So after school program starts, and Susan, she never talked to me about this, and okay, it's your fault. Okay. So she runs the honor choir. Okay, and the after-school program honor choir. So if you wanted to be an honor choir, you could try out, you could play the drums, you could do all these wonderful things. So being a good parent, and I am a step parent, so I didn't have all those techniques, but I knew that it was a really good thing when your kid came home from school, you were supposed to say, "How was your day?" And Jordan would say, "It was great." I said, "Oh, what'd you do today?" And she goes, "I joined the honor choir." I go, "Oh, that's awesome, Jordan. Good for you." Dana is not home from work yet. She gets home from work, and we have dinner, and we're laughing and having a good time. And we get the girls to bed, and I look at Dana and I go, "Does she have any idea that Jordan can't sing a thing?" and I don't think she has any idea. And I go, "Well, I do. She can't carry a tune to save her life." And Dan goes, "Well, why did she do it?" I go, "She's tall. She needed somebody in the back row." And so, I think that's why Jordan was in our choir. Okay? And to this day, Susan, thank you very much. She still sings, and she still can't sing. You've been a great friend and a great colleague. And along with everyone, I want to say, it's time to enjoy life beyond us. I know you and Phil will take time to travel, enjoy your grandkids, and thank you. Sing it.
What was your favorite memory of Mr. Records?
Well, one time Mr. Records had a whole bunch of kids making towers, I believe. And he had a large group and some of them were struggling, and he asked me, could a few of them come down to my classroom and work for a little bit, and would I have time to help them? And I said sure, and so he sent 2 or 3 kids down, and I kind of made some little fixtures for him to cut things out, and a few minutes later there was 6, and about 10 minutes later I had his whole class down there, and it finally dawned on me I had all of his class and all of my class. And so I took a picture of us all standing together and mailed it to him and told him that everything was okay, that his kids were being taken care of.
Congratulations on your retirement, Roger. I wish you many years of happiness and fun and enjoying those grandkids. And also, remember this, the first place you ever showered in Montesano was at my house. So if you and Joan and the rest of your family ever need to shower again, my house is always available. Enjoy your retirement, it's well deserved.
Hey Roger, I am just so happy for you that you are able to retire this year. I remember us getting our master's degrees together, and I just appreciate you and your heart for kids and all of the creative and wonderful projects that you've done throughout the years. You really deserve this retirement, and I hope you have a wonderful time.
Mr. Records, hello, goodbye, have a great time. I'm jealous, and it's been a pleasure working with you all these years. Thank you for everything.
I met Roger Records 5 years ago when I started working here. Every day in the hall, I hear so many kids talking positively about him and what a cool guy he is. In the 5 years that I've worked here, he's been a kind and supportive guy, and I appreciate it so much. I will miss him a lot next year and in the years after that. Congratulations, Roger, on your retirement, and happy trails.
So what's your fondest memory of Mr. Records?
His smiling face, his jokes, his laughter, how happy he is to be here. Gonna miss seeing him in the hallway. Known Roger for a long time, and his wife Joan, and going to miss him. Gonna be hard to replace.
Yeah, I've known Mr. Records since I was a student here. I went to school with his kids. He's been a really great help to me in the 15 years or so I've been here. He's always great to have interesting relics that he finds. Some of them are related to my classes, and he tells me about them or brings them by, and I show them to kids. And I'm going to really miss him when he goes, but I'm happy for him.
Okay, Roger, I am going to miss you because every morning you come in to get my day started, and I enjoy that. And I love all the stories about your granddaughters. My 3 granddaughters and grandson outweigh your 2, but I know you're going to enjoy your retirement. We all are looking forward to our own somewhere down the line. Have a good one.
Most of you know that Roger has a story for everything. We have heard a lot about Hepner and the ag program there. But when I first came here 20 years ago to teach, I thought it was kind of cool because my first teaching job in Oregon was at a school in the same league that Hepner is in. So I kind of knew what he was talking about. The other thing that's cool is we both went to Oregon State, and we have that in common. And so I'd just like to thank Roger for all the work he's done for students here in Montesano and back in Oregon. And I'd like to say, go Beavs!
Hi Roger, happy retirement. And Roger also is one of those guys from the MEA that has been around for a long time. And he has been co-president, he's been probably treasurer or secretary, and he's always been on the bargaining team. And so some of that stuff that's in our contract from way back when, you can thank Roger for some of that. And I just also, on a personal note, I've known Roger for over 20 years, I believe. And we've always went to auctions and things like that. And you know him as Mr. eBay. And yeah, he tried to get me to do it one time. And I tried to think about doing it, but you know, the problem with me is I keep everything that I buy, and Roger gets rid of it. So again, happy retirement, Roger, and keep finding me those great deals. Thanks.
I think Mr. Records is a super funny, charismatic guy with a 1 in a million type of laugh, and he's got a killer RV.
What is one thing you're going to miss about Mr. Records?
Definitely his iconic sneezes.
Gage, what is something you'd like to say to Mr. Records?
I would like to tell Mr. Records thank you for everything he has done for the Montesano School District. Not all of you may know, but Mr. Records has done countless community service activities for the school, but he has never been too busy to help a student. If I ever had a question, he was always the go-to guy for help. I'm just glad that he is retiring the same year I'm graduating. Who knows, maybe I'll see him at a class of 2019 reunion. In the meantime, thank you for everything, and I wish you safe travels while you're road tripping.
What is one thing you're going to miss about Mr. Records?
One thing I'm going to miss about Mr. Records is him asking about all the wrestling home meets and how I did about all the sporting events.
What is your favorite memory of Mr. Records?
Probably when we raced CO2 cars in CAD and the car blew up like right next to him and he started freaking out because he thought it was really funny.
Hey Susan, I just wanted to say congratulations on your retirement and I wish you all the best. I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you for everything that you've done for the students here at Simpson, and also a special thank you for all the times that you've been super awesome with Hudson and teaching him all about the ukulele. So I know that he will
Big Dane's out
never
there.
forget that.
Susan, I wish you the happiest retirement, and I will take over your chocolate duty on Friday afternoons.
I will miss Mrs. Lundquist as my lunch buddy, and am sad that she's not taking me with her.
Hi Susan, as you know, we are going to miss you on the MEA more than ever. Not only was she our #1 note taker, she would write down and she would even ask, now you said this, right? And I'm going to get it in notes. She is always there. She has a great perspective on what's right and what's wrong and what's fair and what's not. She knows the contract well. She has just been a really excellent colleague all this time, and I am going to really miss her, as will everyone else. Thanks. Hi Susan, this is me again. And I just wanted to thank you again for when you and Phil went across country and you asked me if there was anything that you could look for me for at an antique stores, and I said, sure, Oilers. And you found me this, and in fact, you're the only one that has given me a card of where you were in Colorado. So thank you and happy retirement, and keep going to these little stores because you'll see little stuff like this that's just cute. Happy retirement again. Thanks. Bye.
My favorite memory or things that Mrs. Lundquist would do is when she brings candy around on Friday. It's nice to get a chance to talk to her one-on-one, and it was a great start to the weekend always.
Thank you for being an awesome music teacher and helping us learn how to sing.
And thank you for being an awesome teacher and helping us through all these lyrics, and we've learned so much.
Thank you, Ms. Lundquist, for being an amazing teacher. You inspired me a lot to sing, and I'm going to sing you a little bit of You're My Sunshine. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when the skies are gray.
Mrs. Lundquist, over the years we've sung many songs. Black Socks,
Lazy Bone, Big Rock Candy Mountain,
Drunken Sailor, and the big 50 Nifty United States. And much like the song, we are united with a few of our own facts. We're going to be in a state of sorrow without our favorite ukulele playing music teacher because she's so nifty and doesn't look a day over 50. We'll miss you!
Hey, Ms. Lundquist, thank you for all of the tips that you've been helping me with, and thank you for teaching me a lot of stuff about ukulele and all the fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Lundquist, for giving us music lessons and honor choir lessons.
Lundquist is sweet. She loves music, and I really like how she plays the drums. I love how Miss Lundquist is so emotional about music and has us do all sorts of different things. I love how Mrs. Lundquist is like sweet and how she does the dances and the music.
What's your best memory about Patrick?
Every morning he would say good morning, and every time I got off the bus he would say have a good day, like every single time I rode the bus.
Jessica, Patrick, your bus driver, is retiring, and tonight's his retirement party. Is there anything that you can remember or that you appreciate about how he did his job in all the years that you've known him?
Yeah, he always kept control of the kids, and he always made us feel like we were all safe, and I really appreciate that. I'm going to miss him a lot.